What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you enjoy. I know there's a lot of disc golf content out there and it can be a bit oversaturated, but if you like seeing some Australian content, which is a bit different to what you typically see, then this might just be the channel for you. But anyway, a few weeks ago, I competed in a nationwide virtual disc golf tournament. Let me tell you about it. So, every year in Australia, there's a tournament called Aussie Disc Golf Day. Aussie Disc Golf Day is a tournament where people from all around Australia compete in a one-day, two-round tournament at their local course. Obviously, if you've been following the channel for any period of time, you'll know that right here, Pine Rivers Park is my local course, and I was fortunate enough that there was an Aussie Disc Golf Day tournament run right here. How it works is that you play the 2 rounds and you get a rating for each round. Then you play within your divisions, and the person throughout Australia who had the highest average rating across the 2 rounds wins overall and becomes, I guess, not really the Australian champion, but the Aussie Disc Golf Day Australian champion, I guess. So it's a really fun tournament that I always look forward to every year, and it's cool to see how you stack up against players from all throughout Australia who, unless you are traveling interstate, you don't usually get to play against that often. But with all of that said, let me actually tell you about how it went down. I had a really fun card for my rounds.
Oh, making that. Come on. Skip up. Come on.
Hey, and there weren't many of us here in my division, MA1, at the Pine Rivers course. I knew that I'd have to shoot pretty well here in order to have any chance nationally though. I started off playing pretty well, pretty smooth, and threw some really nice shots.
Nice. Okay, thank you. Get 3.
I've been even more shattered if I got. I needed to do.
So kind of just making a lot of pars and not capitalizing on some of the more gettable holes. My game wasn't feeling great, and it was a little bit shaky on some throws and some putts. It took me a little bit to actually work into the round.
Oh, what a redirect.
Okay, look
That's
right
a
on
strong headwind.
Oh, flipper. Such a nice. Is that a flipping zone?
Yeah. But overall, it was feeling pretty solid. I ended up shooting a bogey-free 6 under, which was pretty decent. That gave me a pretty solid rating, but I knew that I'd probably need to push up averaging a little bit higher than that if I wanted to mix it with people who were competing from other states. My goal for the second round was to try and keep it bogey free, and I really wanted to shoot a 1,000 rated round because I'd gotten so close throughout the year, and I don't think I've ever shot one yet in my disc golf career. I knew it was definitely possible out here. If I could string some really good birdies together and keep the scorecard clean, it was definitely possible. And if I did that, I knew I'd be in with a really good shot. The round started off pretty solid and got some good birdies.
Dick. Oh, that's perfect. What? Here we go. Ooh.
But then my dream of a bogey-free round came to a screeching halt when I took a double bogey on hole 12. Dang it. I started to feel like the tournament was just slipping away from me. Dang it. But then I started to pick it up and I went on a 5-hole birdie stretch.
Pushing. Push a little more. Even better.
That certainly got me back into it and thinking I've got a chance.
Boom. Save his best shot for last. Keep it in. Oh, she didn't get off the ground.
And even with that double bogey, I shot a 7 under. So without that, you know, obviously could have been amazing, but was still pretty good. And obviously 7 down, it rated higher than my first round, leaving me with this average.
Josh Morrison.
Yeah!
So my overall round rating, or average round rating, was pretty decent. But I was keeping a close eye on scores from those playing down south because of daylight savings. They started after us, so I was keeping an eye on the scores, and I saw that in round 1, one of the people down south playing on a bit of a shorter, more technical course shot a 991 rated round, and so I thought, well, I'm probably completely out of it. But they didn't shoot as good a second round, and the average was just below mine. So when it came down to it after Saturday, I was sitting at the top of my division. But some of the tournaments happened on Sunday, and so I had to nervously wait out all of Sunday to see what the end result was going to be. I was meant to be working on some uni assignments that day, but I just could not concentrate. I was checking the scores all day, keeping up with what was happening around Australia. There were some guys over in WA, down in South Australia shooting well, and it was getting really, really tight. After round 1 of the Sunday tournaments, I wasn't in first anymore. People were shooting pretty well. But gradually, as the results started coming in, my result was holding up to the test. The second rounds of other people didn't quite match their first rounds all the time, and my score was looking pretty good. It got down to the last tournament that was finishing up down in South Australia. I'd done my calculations, got out the pen and paper, got out the calculator, figured out what they would need to shoot in order for them to win, what they would need to shoot in order for me to win. And by my calculations, what they shot in the second round was 1 stroke off what they needed to win, so I thought I had it done. As you can probably tell though, it didn't quite pan out that way, and I ended up coming second by 0.4 of a rating point. 0.4 of a rating point. Can you believe that, guys? Like, that is way less than just 1 stroke. And so it's at times like that when I'm wishing for those silly missed putts that led to the double bogey back. But I will say, huge congratulations and shout out to Tom Lee, who took it out in the MA1 division, played 2 super solid rounds and managed to edge it out. So ton of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about this fun tournament that happens in Australia. Make sure that you stay tuned for part 2 or 3. I can't remember if I filmed it last year or not. That's going to be happening next year. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned as well, because while the Pro Tour is winding down for the year over in America, this channel is certainly not going to be winding down. It will for a little bit in December, because I've got kind of something that's like a little bit important called a wedding. But other than that, it's going to be lots of fun content coming, so make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. As I've said before, once we get to 300 subscribers, if we get there by the end of the year, then I'll be doing an awesome giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed and you're staying tuned for lots of fun content coming and looking out for ways that you can get involved as well. Other than that though guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've all had a wonderful day. Make sure you make it great for somebody else, and we'll catch you in the next one.